It's a new day.
This is New Day Northwest. Now, here's Margaret Larson.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hello and happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day yesterday. Welcome to New Day Northwest. It is the world's favorite game. The love of soccer connects billions of people around the world. Seattle Sounder Roger Levesque is here, along with the author of a great new book featuring soccer's life lessons and two local kids who inspired the story. Kristen Hanna, author of Night Road, helps us wrap up our first cover-to-cover book club selection by answering your questions. And the day after Father's Day, we talk with a parenting expert about how to build strong father-daughter relationships that maintain well into adulthood. And an iron vintner. It's just like an iron chef. There's a challenge this morning. We're headed to the kitchen and cooking with wine, and the results are a new Northwest classic. It involves prawns, and I'm hungry already. The challenge is also for a very good cause, which brings us to another local event we wanted to first, a special contest pits local winemakers against each other in the kitchen, in a good way. More when New Day continues. Everybody, the second annual Iron Vintner Challenge is underway at Willows Lodge in Woodinville. Similar to Iron Chef, this event pits top winemakers against one another in a culinary competition for the title of Iron Vintner. Joining us now is Chef Bobby Moore from Willow Lodge's Barking Frog restaurant with more on the challenge and to show us two of his signature summer dishes. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
I am so glad you're here. Now, tell us, first of all, what are the two things we're making today?
Today we're going to make a burrata, and it's a burrata mozzarella with tomatoes and watermelon salad. So it's just perfect for summer.
Looks like
some
this
basil.
when it's all done.
Yeah. And the signature Grand Marnier prawns of the Barking Frog.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't
Does
go
that
anywhere
sound
without
like
that.
incredibly good? So tell us about the challenge a little bit as you get started. What's happened in the challenge so far?
A lot of fun. First of all,
a friendly competition.
It's very friendly.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we all the winemakers and myself in Woodinville, we all get on great, and so they're always talking about how they can cook. And I said, all right, let's go. Let's see what you guys got. And so a couple years ago, we came up with this idea, and we started. Last year was the first year, and it was so much fun. We're going to keep doing it, and I think after 4 years, we'll get all the winners from the last 4 years and have them go head to head, and then we'll have one victorious.
That
winemaker.
Sounds delicious, so it's a good idea. Okay, so how do we get started on the salad?
Okay, so the salad, I have some burrata, which is just the best. Have you ever had burrata before?
What is burrata?
Burrata is it's really beautiful mozzarella with cream. It's Italian. Burrata means butter and buttered in Italian, and it's just gorgeous. So a lot of times people will take the burrata and slice it and serve it right on the plate like that. But what I do is I kind of take it to a different level, and we puree it. So we're just going to turn this little bad boy on here.
There we go.
And then put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in there. And one of the great things about some of the dishes that we do at the Barking Frog at Willows Lodge is we use really super high-end ingredients, and we try to keep some of the dishes as simple as can be to let those beautiful ingredients kind of shine
Right.
through.
I love that.
So you want to help me plate this up?
I'll try.
Okay.
I have a feeling mine's not going to turn out quite like yours. This could be more like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but we'll try.
We'll try.
Okay, I'll do my best.
So I got the biggest tomato that I could find.
Look at this tomato, people.
Look at that. And for the next dish, I have the biggest bottle of Grand Marnier that I could find. So
Is this an expensive tomato? Is this one of the heirloom tomatoes?
it is, yeah. It was about $8.
$8 for a tomato.
So,
Am I actually going to try to slice this?
Sure, why not?
Are you kidding? I think you should take this away. Why don't I slice one of the less expensive ones? I'm afraid of this
tomato.
tomato.
I have a few sliced for you
Oh,
already.
there we go. That's better. Well, I don't want to mess up this. Yes, the magic of TV. Pretend that I sliced that tomato.
So just like this dish here.
Okay.
Just a little bit of the burrata on the bottom. You want to go ahead and scoop some of that out?
You betcha.
So it's nice and creamy because it's been pureed with a little bit of olive oil. That's perfect. I think that's beautiful. And the recipe that we're doing that we'll feature, it's enough for 8 people. So you can build it however you want.
I'm going to copy you since I have no originality. I'm going to put my yellow one on top, though. What do you think about that?
That sounds great.
Is that all right?
Yes. And you know, we're going to start seeing some yellow. Have you ever seen yellow watermelon before?
I have not.
Yeah, it's delicious. So you can get all these beautiful colors.
Need one of the little cracker
Sure,
yeah. Here
Here's one of these
to do this properly.
Rapunzel.
Okay, how am I doing so far?
You're doing great.
Doing great?
Yeah, you're doing
all right.
fantastic.
And then you've put a little basil on top?
Yeah,
Is that what you've done?
we have a little, this is a aged balsamic. So just a little aged balsamic drizzled around the outside.
I love that.
This is kind of my play on a caprese. And so then we made some basil oil as well, just for some beautiful color. So a little basil oil.
Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Can you see the lime color and then the... Oh,
and then you can either toast your pine nuts or you can do candied. And for the recipe, I did some candied pine nuts.
Oh,
and it's really quite simple. And then, of course, you want to make sure you're seasoning things. So we have a little bit of white pepper we're doing over the top of that. And then some nice basil. If you have any fresh basil, like micro basil or anything like that growing in the garden, you can definitely use that.
Look at that, you guys.
Isn't that pretty?
It's something I almost did. And just a teeny little bit of oil. That's beautiful. Okay, we're going to set that one right over here. Now tell us about the prawns.
So the prawns, I've been at the Willows Lodge for about 9 years now, and about...
Let me trade with you so you can get to what you need to do. There we go.
So about 8 years ago, we came up with this dish, and it was on the menu for a few years. And then something that we do at the Barking Frog is we try to change things up just to keep our creative juices flowing. You know, we're artists, so we have to do that to keep it fresh. So I took the Grand Marnier dish off the menu, and we tried a couple different prawns, and everybody said, no, you got to bring the Grand Marniers back. So we brought it back. And basically what we did here is, you might be able to see that, is we took orange juice and Grand Marnier and we reduced that down until it was like a syrup. And then what we're going to do is we cool it down. And then we whip in a little bit of mayonnaise. Just a little bit of mayonnaise in with that. And so you make like this Grand Marnier aioli. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a few of these prawns. Okay. This is a 16, or actually this is a 13-15 tiger prawn. So 13 to 15 means there's 13 to 15 of them per pound.
Okay.
If you want to do like it as a dish, 13 to 15s are perfect. You know, you can compose it like this with a salad. If you want to do it like a past appetizer for a party, I would use like a 16-20. So you're going to have a smaller prawn, so it's just like one bite.
Okay.
Put a little skewer on it. So what we're going to do is, you want to butterfly it or you want me to do it?
I'm going to let you do that.
Okay.
I might butterfly me or you, and
so
not the prawn.
Not the prawn.
Okay, so there we go.
Just take a nice sharp knife and then just butterfly that, and we toss that into a little bit of cornstarch, and that's what gives it the nice crunch that you're really looking for.
Okay.
Okay. So
we
make
have
sure
only about a minute left, so I want to make sure that you get to finish that. But butterflying it, part of that is so that it'll hold the sauce and has more surface area?
So it'll give it kind of a little bit of a pedestal to kind of so it sits up.
I like that idea.
So we're frying it in a little bit of grapeseed oil, which is, it's got a grapeseed has a higher smoke point. And
it's also nice and light, right?
It is, yeah.
Change the flavor of what you're cooking.
Exactly.
So that doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't take long. All right, and you're going to take that, and we're going to toss it into our aioli here.
And how hot, by the way, should the oil be if I'm doing this at home?
About 350 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're going to just toss that.
Got it in the aioli.
Okay.
Which looks beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. And it tastes good, too.
And then?
Okay, and then I'll just add it to this other dish. Kind of hit it on the side of the bowl to get some of that excess aioli off. Okay. Put it right there on the plate.
Look at that, you guys.
And then
oh my goodness.
A little white and black sesame seeds. And something that I left out in this was we take, we're really about layers of flavors. And so we took some of this orange zest here, we dried it out, we pulsed it in a coffee grinder, and we made a powder out of it. And then we whip that into the aioli as well. So you have
that's
orange
a good thing to have in your spice cabinet anyway.
It really is.
You know what? I really appreciate you sharing your secrets because that is delicious.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
The championship round of the Iron Bentner Challenge is this Wednesday at Willows Lodge. Tickets are $35 and includes tastings from both of the winemaker finalists. And on June 29th, all 4 competing winemakers will be part of a special 4-course dinner prepared by Chef Moore at the Barking Frog. Proceeds will benefit Little Bit Therapeutic Writing Center, one of our favorite places.
Oh, yes.
Please visit our website for details and for ticket information. That looks delicious.